Hey, loves. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I am a few minutes late. Hey, Nandy. Hey, Lakeisha. Come on in, everybody. I am glad that everybody is able to join. We're going to give folks some time. I was a little bit late. I apologize for that. Just got caught up in the kitchen, y'all. I made a wonderful brunch today. I made salmon cakes, grits, sauteed spinach, sausage, marinated tomatoes. I'm going to post a picture or a video of my plate. It was so delicious. Hey, Jolita. Hey, Chandra. Everybody come on in and say hello when you come into this room, because we're going to get ready to learn some word art today. I can't tell you how many projects I have made using word art. I absolutely, absolutely love word art. Hey, Kitty. No, I had originally scheduled this tutorial a couple of weeks ago before my hubby had his accident, and then it was rescheduled for today. So today is the day it was originally supposed to be rescheduled for. So we are going to get started. Hey, Candace. I know I had about 70 something people say they were going to come and watch this tutorial, and I know sometimes things happen, but I do want to give folks a few more moments because once I get started, I am not repeating my steps. I'm not repeating. So I was late, so I'm gonna give folks a little bit more time because I am definitely not repeating. Hey, Maria. Hey, Terry. Hey, Lucy. Hey. Let's see. Someone said my event says canceled. No, it does not. If you go to the events tab, it says happening now, rescheduled. Hey, y'all. Let me just respond to these people. On now. Okay. So just to let everyone know, when I post a tutorial in the events tab, it's posted in the events tab, but I go live in the actual group. So you have to go to the group, to the discussion tab. That is where I go live. Okay. Hey, Lucy. Hey, Jamel. Hey, Latoya. Yes, Ty. The first one, I can't remember what I did. I think I did the love box. That is posted under videos. Hey, Tamiko. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, so I don't see anybody else wondering. So just remember, all of the tutorials are held live in the group. Okay. All right, so let's see. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Christina. There go my boo. Hey, girl. Hey, hey. Okay, so what I am going to do is go up to Zoom and I am going to share my screen, okay? So the tutorial that we are going to be using today, the website is WordArt.com, and I am going to go ahead and put that, let's see. Go ahead and put that in the comments, and then everybody can go ahead and navigate to that website. Okay, so I put the website in the comments. Okay, so Maria, I really don't want you to record this. I have to figure out a way to do that because I'm going to be offering some paid tutorials in the group. They're only going to be free during the live. So I really, really want to be cautious about people recording. So I'm going to have to figure that out. But this tutorial is a free tutorial and it is going to go ahead and be posted under tutorials and the unit section. Okay, so I went ahead and I pinned WordArt.com. So I am going to share my screen and get right into it. Okay, so here we go. Hey, Andrea. Awesome, Maria. Thank you. Okay, so WordArt.com. Like I said, I absolutely love this site. I use it often. Okay, I recommend you sign up and create an account, even if you don't pay for anything. You can go ahead and create you an account, but you don't have to. But it does help because you can save all of your work. So you can see I have several different projects saved in here. So when you go to WordArt, let me make sure I don't have any questions. Okay, when you go to WordArt, you have this main screen, okay? Gallery, pricing, community, my WordArt, your account, you have create and a couple of other buttons here, okay? So under my account, I have purchases. So I usually download my purchases 5 at a time. Okay. So I think it's $9.99 for 5. So just keep that in mind because you can't always make sure you cannot always use free stuff. Sometimes you got to level up and go ahead and pay a little bit, and by paying you have a greater flexibility with the work you create in your downloads. Okay, so we're going to go to this red button here that says create, and it is going to start to load the basics for you. Okay, so once you hit create, you come to this screen. You have your toolbar across the top. Okay, this is the name of your file. So for me, it's just going to be WordArt 19. And you have your words. So the left side is your tabs and the right side here is your workspace. Okay. So Just moving some stuff around on my screen a little bit. Okay. So on the left side, as I said, you have the tabs. You have words, shapes, fonts, layout, and style. You have 5 different tabs that you can work with here. So we're going to go tab by tab, okay? So this is how I use it. I'm not claiming to be an expert in it, but this is how I use WordArt. If anybody has any additional tips or strategies that they use, please feel free to type it in the comments. Hey, Latrice. Okay, so for this one, I am going to do a design for my aunt. So my mom wants me to make her a tumbler. So I am going to make it for her. So right here where it says word, I'm just going to highlight and I'm going to type her name as I want it to appear. So that can be all uppercase or lowercase, title case. Okay, so I'm going to type her name here, Barbara. Okay. I am going to change the size, meaning how big you want it to be in a design. And I like to have a nice hierarchy there so that all the words are not the same size. So I'm just going to put Barbara to 4. Under color, if you click default, you will get the options to change the color. You have a few different options here, okay? So you can put in the hex code and you can find out the hex code for your color in numerous ways. There's plenty of softwares that will tell you the hex code. You can find hex codes online if you're looking for a specific color. Okay, so that's one way. You can use this color slider here. Once you get it in the hue that you want, you can click anywhere. Okay, you don't have to use this slider to pick a color in here. But say you want to go from pink to purple, you need to move the slider down. So that's the second way. There are also some swatches here that the system already has set up for you. Okay. All right, let's see if I have any questions. No, Kitty, this is my free group, Honey Love. This is a free tutorial. So this tutorial will always be free. At the end of this class, I will load or upload this tutorial to the unit section that says free tutorials, and it will reside there for as long as I have the group or unless Facebook changes. You can go back, you can view it at any time. I will also do some tutorials in this group that will only be free during the live. Those tutorials will be clearly noted that it is only free during a live. And I have one coming up Friday the 26th for Canva. So it will be free, but the recording will not be uploaded to the group. The recording will be uploaded to my instruction website, Design at Tiffany's. I hope that answers your question. Okay. All right. So I am just going to pick something in the purple family. And that's kind of, I have my Zoom thing in a way. Let me move that so I can get a better selection. Okay. So we use that color. The angle, I am going to leave it as it is right now. I never change the angle. You can click on font and you can select any of these fonts. Now you may say, I have no idea what these fonts look like. I will show you in the fonts tab how you can look at the fonts before you decide. So what I usually do is I just put all of my words in. I adjust the size and the color, and then I leave fonts until I decide what kind of mood I'm in. So let's just go ahead and add, the additional words in here. So I come back over to this column, I double click on cloud, I'm gonna type auntie, nanny, what else? Auntie, nanny, aunt, BB, that's what my kids call her. Type in a new word, aunt, Bobby. She's also a mom. Okay, so I have all these words in, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some hierarchy in there. And actually, I'm going to move auntie down because auntie is important. So I'm just using this down here, but I'm gonna move it down the row. Mom, I'm gonna just move that up underneath Barbara, nanny, auntie. Okay, so size, let's do mom at a 3, do nanny at 2. Remember, this is just the size and perspective or in relation to the other words. So we can always change everything here. In fact, I change it several times. So colors, it's going to have recently used, but I want to add a little bit variety. So let's see, I want to do a deeper red maybe. So I'm going to apply there. Going to add another color. So I'm kind of doing like jewel tones. Make it like a mustard. See if I can find a pretty blue color, like a teal. Any questions so far? Okay. I'm gonna put some black in there, so I hit black. And one more color. Let's see, let's do like a burnt orange. So go down to orange and do like this burnt orange color. So this is the color palette that I have here. So I have all my words in. I have the sizes that I want to use. I have the colors in here, okay? And let's do a quick visualize. So right here is where we're going to see the visualization. So I'm going to hit visualize. Okay, so this is what we have so far. It's cool. It's not what I want, but it's cool, okay? So I am going to leave that right there, and I am going to skip around a little bit and click on the fonts tab. Okay, so you can add fonts, you can filter fonts, okay? So what you can do is scroll through this list and say, hey, okay, these are some of the fonts that I want to work with. So for my auntie, I like this dancing script because I like to add different fonts, a mix of scripts and sans serif or serif fonts if I can. So I like the dancing script, it's one of my favorites. Let's see. So I'm gonna go with a script. I am going to go with a serif font. Those are the fonts that have the little sticks on the end of the letters, stems, sticks. It's called the serif font. And then a sans serif font that is just straight up and down, really simple, easy to read. Okay, so I like this Verona light and dancing script, and we're gonna do a PT sans, okay? So I'm gonna go back up here. For Barbara, I'm gonna do PT. So I typed in P to get to the P's, and I like fonts that have a bigger family. So regular, italic, bold, because we can do a mix of that. So I'm going to do Barbara Bold, PT. Mom, I am going to do PT again. Regular. Nanny, I'm going to type D for dancing script. Verona Light Thin for Aunt BB. Let's try another PT Sand. So basically you're just mixing it up in here. Okay. And okay, so I have all of my colors in. I mean, all of the fonts in. So I'm going to hit visualize again just to see how it looks with my different fonts. So this is what I have, and I realized that I have everything title case. So I'm going to go ahead here to Barbara, double click it, and I'm going to put it in all caps. Okay. Do I have any questions right now? And I'm going to put something else in all caps. Put Aunt BB. Okay, so then we can hit visualize to see the difference once we do that. And you can hit visualize as often as you want. Okay. So it's kind of coming together in there. I think I'm going to add we love you. We love you. Okay. And I'm going to put it at a 2. And it moved it up. And the color, I'm going to leave it at a black. I think I want some more black in there. And hit apply. And the font is, I'm going to try dancing script again. Okay, hit visualize. Okay, so that's giving me a little bit more movement. Okay. Okay, let's see. Did you write down these fonts or did I miss the part where you say them? I did not write them down. I just went through the list. So I am using the PT Sans family. They have a bold, a regular, italic. I'm also using Dancing Script, which is a script that I love. And I'm also using Verona Light Thin. Okay. Those are the fonts that I'm using. Hey, Karina. Hey, press play. Yes, all of the lives, in order to view them, all of the lives, you come to the group page, which is Honey Love. Make sure you click the discussion tab, and the live should be at the top of the discussion page. If the live isn't there and you excuse me, and it's time for the live, you may simply want to refresh your page, but all of the lives will always be on the group's discussion page, okay? All right. Okay, so we talked about the words, okay? We talked about the fonts tab here, where you can just see, visualize what the font looks like. You can drop down if the font has a font family to see the different weights, okay? I want you guys to click on the shape tab. The shape tab is where a good amount of the magic happens. You have so many different options here, okay? So you have all these different shapes that you can put in, and then the words will be in the shape of your shape. Okay. So let's just see here. So I'm going to click the heart, and then I'm going to hit visualize. Wow, look at that. Okay. You can hit any of these shapes here. And once you select your shape, you can hit visualize to see your words in the shape you have selected. Okay. Look at this. Amazing. So they have an all tab. You can even filter by clicking on the tabs here. Let's see the monkey. Let's visualize that. See, any kind of shape, okay? And these work great simply by putting them in the shapes like this. Okay, so we have the animals. We have a bunch of different baby shapes, which are always really cool. We have some shapes associated with birthday. Okay. My favorite thing to do is to go to geometric and use the square. I use this a lot when I just want to have my design in a basic shape so that I can print it and press it on a variety of blanks. You can even, most of us in this day and age or at this point think about sublimation, but you can also use these for print and cut projects. So print it using your printer with transfer paper, cut it out, use your heat press or your iron to press it on a t-shirt. Because with this file or with this program, you get a background shape. So it will work for print and cut, okay? You can also print this and use in your print projects like cards and tags. There's a variety of ways that you can use this. So I like the square once again, and I'm going to hit visualize there. And this is definitely my go-to shape because I can use it in so many different projects. Okay, but like I said, there are tons of shapes here that you can use. What if it's somebody's birthday? Okay, you can go ahead and type their name in it. They're just turning 1. If my auntie was turning 1, we could do this. Let me show you guys. It's taking a little while. Okay, all in the shape of the number 1. You can even add your own image. Okay, so what you do or what I do when I want to add my own image, I go to Google Images and I look for PNG files because they have not because they all don't have a transparent background. Make sure you find a PNG file with a transparent background. You can use it. And let me show you what I mean. So I make baby onesies, and what I notice is if I just do a big square and print it, some of the words are cropped off. So I said, you know what? I want to do a baby onesie and I want the words to kind of fit in the shape of onesie or baby bodysuit. Let me get out of that habit of saying that. Okay. So what I did is I Googled a onesie. Let's see. And I don't have one here. Where is it? Let me see. Let me go real quick. Hold on. So I'm just going to go to Google. I don't know if you guys can see that. Onesie PNG. Okay, great. You can. So I found one here. I'm just going to right click, save image as, save in my downloads, baby body, baby body suit. Enter. Okay. I'm going to go back to WordArt. Okay, so what I did really quickly is I found a baby bodysuit shape that I want to use, and I saved it to my computer. So now I'm going to go find that same image. Okay, so I have loaded the image in here. You can change the color and you'll see why that's significant in a moment. I just leave everything as it is and hit OK. Okay, so now my shape is in there. So I'm going to select my shape and hit visualize. Look at that. So now when I go to print this, you know, after I make sure I backtrack, I have it in here. I was jumping ahead of myself. I have it in the shape that I want. So now I can take it and print it. I'll measure my baby bodysuit and go ahead and make sure that I have my sizing right in my software that I am going to print from. I don't print directly from here, okay? I don't print directly from WordArt. Let's see, do we have any questions? Any questions? If y'all are with me, show me some hearts because I'm not getting a lot of interaction. So I want to keep going. Let me see some hearts so that I know everybody is with me. And my favorite color hearts are purple and yellow. So give me some hearts so I could go ahead on. Yes, thank you. Come on through. Yes. Okay. All right. Because I need that motivation. I need to make sure, hey, one, you guys are getting it. You're paying attention and all of that. So I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it is easy. And I will show you how to do that, Andrea. I will definitely show you guys how to export or save it to use it in other programs. Okay. Hey. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So once again, I said the potential is limitless with all the shapes that they already have here for you. Okay. And with the tons of shapes that you can go ahead and add into here, I love it. All right. So we've done, let me go back. Let me go back to geometric and go back to the square because it's easier to see the changes in this square. Yes, yes. All those purple and yellow hearts. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we did words, we did shapes, we did fonts. Now, let's get to my favorite tab here, layout. Okay. All right, so if you look at your graphic, everything is horizontal, going straight across, which is fine. That may work for certain designs, but you may want to switch it up a little bit and have some other options. Okay, so I'm going to click each one of these layouts so you can see it in effect. So vertical. Visualize. Horizontal and vertical are the most boring to me. I really don't use them, but I'm sure there's a project or something that calls for them. Okay, so that's vertical. We have horizontal, vertical. Oh, see, we getting a little somewhere there. We getting a little spicy, just a little bit. We have words that are going horizontal and words that are going vertical. Okay. Crossing, horizontal, and vertical. This is one of my faves, okay? This is in my top 3. Come on, crossing, horizontal, and vertical. Look at all that movement up in there, y'all. Look at that. We got crossing, we got horizontal, we got vertical. I'm getting excited. Seriously though, y'all. Every time you hit visualize, you will get something different. I promise you. So be careful. Like, I didn't change anything. I'm going to hit visualize again. And see what happens. Something totally different. So that is one of my biggest gripes. As you're playing along with layout, if you find one you like, you need to save it. And I will show you guys how to do that after I go through. But you can save it at any time and then continue working and get another design. Once again, I'll show you how to save it after I go through everything. Okay? Crossing words. Yes, yes, Lucy. I love these. Me too, Terry. Yes, Christina. You know, I guess you can use the undo. I've never done it. Let me see. Undo. Yes. Thank you, Christina. You can use the undo and redo. Okay. Sometimes when you work in these softwares, you get set in your workflow. I honestly never use undo and redo, but that is a great tool, a button, an option that we have. Okay, so this is crossing words. Dancing words is another one of my favorites. Dancing, you get it popping. Okay, so dancing is one of my favorites because it's a little salsa, a little merengue, a little twerk. It's everything in dancing, okay? I love dancing. I would say dancing is probably like my number two go-to. My number two go-to. Okay. Positive slope, boo. We'll see. Not my fave. Boo. Nah. Meh. Yes. Charity says you can lock certain words in place. You can. I'm going to show you guys the rest of this toolbar up here once I go through the different layouts. Thank you, Charity. Okay. Positive slope, negative slope. Somebody put me on to this whole toolbar up here. Well, not the whole toolbar, duh, because I've never used undo and redo, but this animate and edit and all of this. Ooh, okay. So negative slope is random. Random might be my number one. Okay. Never know what you're going to get with random. Look at that. Random be all over the place, okay? Random got that crazy personality. Random is like, whatever. Okay, so I like random. Custom, you can add all these different angles, okay? I don't really mess with custom because I got plenty of options in layout, but it's there if you want to use it. Okay, this little guy here is words. You can auto. Keep as is, which is boring because we only have like 1, 2, 3, 6 or 7 words. Define. You can drag it here, okay? So you can add more words. You could take some out. So this makes it as wordy or as dense to me as you want it. You can also change the density here. So I don't really mess with density that much, but I will change the word count. Okay. So you have all these great options. Let's go back to auto. I thought auto would change it back to what it was. I think we had it on 300. Okay. Great. Change my density a little bit, even though I don't usually mess with that. Okay. So you see the words doing all of these funky things. It's called animation, okay? So you can move them around, okay? You can select the word, edit. Okay, so I can change this. I can change the color. Say, I don't want that one to be that color. I want it to be this. Okay, and only have it affect that. Okay. You can lock it. Okay. Could change the color as I said. So, and then you go back to animate, and that's when it moves. Okay. I can hit visualize again. And certain words that I have locked have not changed, even though I hit visualize again. Okay. Visualize. Okay. Change it there. But this Aunt BB and this Barbara, those have not changed because I locked those into place. Okay. Do I have any questions so far? Yes. Okay. So here, let's see. No, not that I know of. I can change the size of it. But it doesn't look like I can change the font. Does anyone know? Yes, I like that you can lock a word too. So you can change the size, Christina, but it doesn't fit in neatly. It doesn't adjust the rest of the words around it. Okay. And you can't change just as far as I know, you can't change the specific font while you're here. The color and the size of it, yes. Okay. Okay. So, let's see, dancing. Yes. Hey, Brandy. Yes, Terry. I like that you could lock a word too, because you're like, you know what? I want that going a certain way. I like it there, but I want to do some other changes to the words around it. Okay. So style. Okay. So right now, we put our colors in. Okay. We put our colors in up here under words. So our words are based off of what we put in. We could have left it at default, or we could have came down here and changed it. So we can, if I hit custom, watch what happens. Oh, wait a minute. I have to think about that. I could be wrong. No, because I did change the words here. It's not changing it here. Okay. Come on. So if I did not put in the colors up here, and we'll do another one so I can show you how this works. If I didn't put the colors in here, I can manipulate the colors down here in the style. Okay. But because I did that, okay, so it will change the background. I always leave my background on white or transparent. which is even better. So then when you go ahead to print it, it doesn't have it. But if you plan on using this for a print and cut project, you definitely want to make sure you keep a background on it, okay? Okay, so there we are. Background image, I don't really mess with that. Animation speed. So this allows you to save as GIFs. So I really don't use it as a GIF, but you can change the animation speed in here. You can change the rollover text, the box color. You can do a bunch of things in here that works with your animation. See, this is the box color here. So let's say we wanted to change that. And you change it to this color. See, that's the box color. See, the text color changes to white. So there's tons of things that you can do in there. Trying to undo. I guess not. Okay, there we go. Okay, so once you have your design down, you've messed around with it, you play with it, you want to go up here to save. I should have changed it first. So you change the name. Let's change it to Aunt BB. Probably should have changed the name first. Okay. Let's rename it and save. Make sure it's saved as Aunt BB. Yes. Okay. So it's saved as Aunt BB now. So from the menu, you can rename it. You can save as, which work off of an old project and then save it as a different name to keep that. You can print, which I never print from here. Delete, privacy, public, private, or gallery. So word art, I guess you can go online and have some sort of community. I leave all of my stuff private. There's some tutorials, emojis. Okay, so you have under all of this under menu. Save, once again, like say I made another change here, I could just hit save. I never use order, so I don't order anything at all. Okay. You can share, okay, which I don't really use, or you can download, which is what you need to use. And I'll get to that in a second. Let's see if we have any questions. Don't worry, Steph. It will be posted in in the units tab under free tutorials. Hey, Tina. Hey, Christina, this is not going to be saved in my Photoshop group. This is going to be saved in this group under units. There's a free tutorial section, okay? And Stephanie, I would love to have you in my Photoshop group. For those of you who don't know, I teach a Photoshop class once a week. The class is live. It's streamed to Facebook the same way that this class is being streamed to Facebook. And I teach all aspects of Photoshop. I've been teaching a class for about 3 to 4 months now. We already have 17 classes that are in there, and the class is perfect for beginners. It's $35 to enroll, and that includes your first month. And then after that, it's $25 a month. So you're getting 4 classes for $25 a month. We also have a live Q&A session Thursdays at 7 p.m. All the classes and the Q&As are Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Hey, Miss Carla, Lucy. Did you bring the onesie in as a PNG? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay. So now, with the free service, you can get a standard PNG or a standard JPEG. So let's do standard PNG. Okay, because that's gonna have I like it because it's not gonna have a white background throughout the whole thing. So standard PNG, and you just go ahead and it downloads for you. Okay. And when you hit download, it's going to go to your downloads folder on your Mac or your PC. But you have all of these which are highlighted or premium. So you can get a PNG that's high definition. Okay. So say you want to do, what did I do before? I think I did a onesie, and the onesie was about 11 inches. This is not the onesie I did, but let's say, okay, we got this onesie. Let's say this onesie is about 12 inches long, right? If you download the free standard PNG or standard JPEG and you go to size it out to fit your onesie, you are going to have a little bit of pixelation or blurriness. The reason being is it is a low resolution file at a certain size. So the file that they give you is going to be about 8 inches. Excuse me. If you use this square, it's going to be about 8 inches. You could size it up a little bit and not have any blurriness or pixelation. But if you want to make it bigger, the standards are not going to work for you. Level up, get you a paid account, and buy you some downloads so that you can download your high resolution files for your clients that are paying you. Okay, so you can get a high definition PNG, JPEG, SVG, PDF, HTML, which is animated. So for me, because I'm a designer and I work in Illustrator, which is a vector-based software, I always download my SVGs. I always download my word art creations as a high definition SVG file. Now, if you don't know how to use SVG files, that's fine. Download it as a high definition PNG file. So then you can just take it and use it whenever you want. Now, why I like the SVG file is because it is a scalable vector graphic. It can be sized to any size without any pixelation. It also makes it easier when I bring it into Illustrator if I need to change some of the colors before I print. I can even do it in Illustrator easily. It will allow me to take out some of the small words, like my Black Lives Matter design where it has the names and the word live. Some of the words or names were just too small, so I can just go in there and delete some of those little ones when I download it as a scalable vector graphic. So the takeaway about downloading from WordArt is, if you're practicing, if it's a project for yourself, go ahead and use the standard PNG. If it is something for your client, level up and get yourself a paid account with some downloads in it. I think you get 5 for only $10. So you're paying $2 for this graphic that you can use to make yourself so much money. Okay, let's see. Tina, this will be saved in this group. This group is Honey Love. So this file, this class will be saved in the unit section. Okay, and I'll do a quick little graphic, or I'll show you guys actually. Okay. So let me go to Facebook. Get out of here. Come on. There we go. I'm like, come on, Facebook. Okay, so I'm going to go to the group. Honey Love. Okay. So when you go to Honey Love, you're at where is my tab? Oh, did they change it to guides now? Yes. Okay. So instead of saying units, tell you Facebook boy. So instead of saying units, it says guides. Okay. So I have guide 1 free tutorials. So this is where you go to find the tutorials. I need to put the first tutorial underneath here. Guide 2 has free files that I have posted for sublimation. And then guide 3 has business tips, and I already have one post in there. So once again, all of the free tutorials for this group, Honey Love, are under the guide section. Okay. It used to be called the unit section. It is now called the guide section. Okay. So I am back here to WordArt. So we have covered a few things. I've gone through all the tabs of WordArt. I've shown you how to, 1, put in your words, change the colors here. Okay. Change the shapes. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see something. Oh, but it only changes all. Okay. So you can change the words here, but it changes all of the words. Okay. You have your shapes where this determines the shape of your graphic. Hundreds of shapes here. You can even upload your own. Okay. Fonts. There are tons of fonts here. You can even add your own font by clicking this button. Navigate to your computer. Let me see. I'm going to pick Dazzle. Oh, Dazzle is a Adobe font. So you need to pick a font that you actually have residing on your computer that hasn't been. Okay, let's do Samantha. So I click Samantha and I hit open. And now Samantha font is in there. So you can add fonts from your computer, fonts that you have purchased, fonts that you have downloaded for free. In the layout section, this allows you to change the layout of your words, the shapes, okay? The density. And then style allows you to customize the style if you haven't done so up here. Okay? Once you have finished creating your beautiful masterpiece, I showed you how to go here, type the name, and then save it. Okay? You can rename it, save as, print from here, which I don't do. And then the other tab that I do, download. I've explained the difference between standard and high definition and why one is important versus the other. Okay. So a lot. I've made several projects with WordArt, tumblers, pillows. One of my favorite thing is onesies, baby stuff. WordArt is a great background filler. Okay, so I know lots of times I'll create the words and then I'll put a picture in the middle of it. I did a stocking for my goddaughter. It had her name, Halo, 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 all over it. And then it had an angel, an angel with an afro. It was beautiful. Excuse me. So there are tons of options. Let me take a moment, look at some questions. Okay, Lakeisha says, will your classes cover more than Photoshop? Yes. I have been slacking a little bit, but the goal is to the regular classes weekly are Photoshop, but to have mini tutorials. I've had one where I've taught the group how to create text-based SVGs. So all of these great t-shirts, words, you still want to use vinyl. I still love vinyl, have tons of it. So I showed my group how to create SVGs. I'm also going to upload all of the Canva tutorials that I teach to my group. So it doesn't matter if you catch it during a live or not. If you are in my Photoshop group, I am going to upload all my Canva tutorials to the platform for free for you. Okay. So there are several benefits to joining my Photoshop group. I'm sorry, TE. So just to reiterate, when I say I'm going live in one of these tutorials, the live is always going to be in the group. It's going to be on the discussion section of the group. So just like you go to the group, you want to post something, you do the same thing. You go to the group, go to the discussion tab, and the live will be streamed there. That's where you catch the live. It's not in the events tab. It is in the discussion section of the group. Yeah, Jolisa, they have a lot in there. They have tons of shapes in there. Yes, Nyala, Nayla, I'm so sorry, Nayla. Beautiful name. This live will be saved in this group under the guide section. It used to be called the unit section. It is now called the guide section. Thank you, Tamiko. Thank you so much. Let's see, Andrea, this is awesome. I remember us dabbling in it during our Photoshop class, but this is on steroids. I'm stoked. You're welcome. Listen, seriously, I don't know if you guys could see my excitement, but I mean, my hubby had to say, Tiff, don't do another project with that word art. I love it. Let me see if I can find a couple. Okay. So this is what I could find quickly, but you know, everybody went crazy for them Dollar Tree washcloths. Well, I did some washcloths from Dollar Tree. The Falcons. I did socks like this, and I have other teams. I have the Saints as well. I did all my favorite teams in word art. Okay. I have Saints, I have Steelers, I have Falcons. Of course, I have Steelers. I have Falcons, Colts. I did socks for everybody. Okay. This looks amazing on socks. Amazing. Okay. Okay, Hannah says, how do you add a picture and have the words around it? So what I normally do, Hannah, is I take the graphic that I've downloaded and I add, let me show you guys really quickly. So I download. So I'm going to go to Photoshop and let me bring up Photoshop. Okay. So I have up Photoshop. I'm just going to do a new document really quickly. Oh no, I don't know what I did. That is not the right size. What's my recent custom 13 by 19? Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Okay. So in order to bring in my word art, I'm going to go File, Place Embedded. I am going to navigate to where I downloaded the file, which was my downloads, Aunt BB right here. Okay. So this is the size that it comes in at. So my document size is 13 by 19. So you can see it is, like I said, about 7 or 8 inches. Let me zoom in so you can see it. Okay, see how it looks nice and crisp, the wording? Now, if I go to make it the size of my paper, look what happened. Okay, so when I zoom in, you see that it's not as crisp as it was, okay? Not bad, but not as crisp, okay? So I have my design here. Say I wanted to bring in a picture, okay? I'm gonna go File, Place Embedded, and it could be any picture. Let's see. Downloads. Say she was a Gators fan. Oh, no, I don't want to do that because it didn't. Sorry, it didn't have a transparent background. Let me see. Say she was a Jordan fan for whatever reason. Okay, so I would go ahead and I could put that down in there on the design and then I would print. Okay, now if I wanted to take it a step further, I could add a layer style to it and put a stroke. Make my stroke white. Where you going, baby? Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This didn't give exactly, didn't do the stroke around the outside like I wanted. Oh, inside, put it on outside. Okay, there we go. Put the stroke on the outside, and then I could kind of have the words going around it a little bit. So you have a couple of different options that you can do. Hey, Maria, you're welcome, Lakeisha. You're welcome, Nayla. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I like to be calm and collected. You're welcome, Candace. Yes. Tamiko, thank you so much. Yes, you can join my Photoshop group. I will post the information in the comments. And as a matter of fact, I am going to add a coupon code. So if you want to join my Photoshop class, instead of it being $25 to join, instead of it being $35 to join, I'm going to offer a $10 coupon. Okay, so if you join today before midnight, so the coupon will expire, and I got to write it down. Coupon will expire at 11:59. The coupon code is going to be Word Art, 2 words, Word Art. You guys have to give me some time. So by 4:30, I'll have the coupon active. You can join for only $25. That will include your first month. It is a subscription-based plan. So each month after that, you will automatically be charged $25 a month. So just to recap, if you want to join my Photoshop group, we would love to have you. Dat Hive, DAT for Design at Tiffany. So Dat Hive is all that and then some. We have a great group. Classes meet every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you join today before 11:59, I'm giving you $10 off. It's only $25 to join. Use coupon code WordArt. I will have it up by 4:30. Thank you, Lucy. Yes, let me tell you, I love using this for baby stuff. It's perfect for baby stuff. You're welcome, Terry. Yes, Steelers Nation, Tamiko. You're welcome, Pamela. Thank you so much for spending your time and your afternoon with me. I really appreciate it. You're welcome, Hannah. Yes, yes. Thank you, Hannah. Yes, Shanti, this will stay posted. This will be in the group Honey Love, and it will be in the guide section. Hold on. Babe, you just going out? Oh, you back. Hey. Yes, Jolita. Yes, this class was great. Thank you so much, guys. I love teaching you. I love teaching you. Do we have any additional questions or concerns before we go ahead and end for the day? You're welcome, Kitty. I have an auntie named Kitty. I love my Aunt Kitty. She is the best, boy. Aunt Kitty is the best. Hey, Valentina. Hey, sisters. Thank you. Yes. You're welcome, Jackie. Yes, Tamiko, I am definitely about to add the link for the Photoshop class. Give me a few moments, but I will have that. You're welcome, Latoya. Thank you so much. Yes, y'all kitties are cool like that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so class was great. Once again, thank you so much for joining me, coming into my home. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And watch out for the post about Design at Tiffany's, the Photoshop class. And this class will be moved to Guide 2, which is free tutorials, and it can be watched at any time. Touch by Sly. What is your, you can send me an inbox or you can tell me what your email address is. I did see you requested to join Design at Tiffany's, but you didn't have your order number or the other stuff filled out, and I forgot to go back and check. So if you've already enrolled and paid your $35, go ahead and send me your email address so that I can confirm your order, and then I will go ahead and approve your request for Design at Tiffany's Facebook group. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.